Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney Marie and today I'm going to be doing my full coverage foundation routine. I'm going to be showing you every step it takes to accomplish that kind of flawless airbrush skin that everyone, who doesn't want that? So if you want to learn how, go ahead and keep on watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get started. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get started. I have already moisturized my face. It's really important to moisturize your face before going in with foundation so you have a smooth base to work with. I've also already done my eyes because I really want to focus on just foundation for this video. I'm going to start by going in with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I really like this primer in the winter time because it's very hydrating and my skin tends to get really dry in the winter time. I'm going to apply this just like I do a moisturizer. I'm going to just apply it all over my face. Next, I'm going to go in with foundation. I'm going to mix two foundations together because it's my favorite combination right now. You can just use any foundation that you have. I'm going to start by going in with the Hourglass Stick Foundation in Ivory. I'm going to take that, apply 2 stripes to my cheeks, 1 to my forehead, bridge my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin. Next, I'm going to take the Dior Forever Foundation in the shade 14. I'm going to apply that with the Morphe M439. I'm going to use this to buff in that previous foundation. Again, this just happens to be the foundation that I have. Whatever foundation that you currently own will work just fine. I'm going to spread it around using circular motions, and then I'm going to tap the foundation into my skin. This will prevent any streaky lines. So if you just rub, you're going to have streaks of foundation on your face. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Pick up more of that foundation. Start by rubbing it to disperse the product, and then I'm going to pat. Next, I'm going to do my forehead, pick up some more foundation, again rubbing, and then patting that foundation in. You want to make sure that you take your foundation up into your hairline because you don't want a line of demarcation between your hairline and your forehead. It's not a good look. Okay, next I'm going to go in with cream bronzer. I'm going to use the Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. I don't know if I pronounced that right. This just happens to be the cream bronzer that I own. I've had this for over a year and there's still a ton of product left in. I would show you, but it's looking kind of gross from my brush. But any cream bronzer that you have or any foundation just a couple shades lighter than your skin will work great. I'm going to pick this product up on a Sephora Pro Small Stippling brush. I'm just going to swirl it in. I'm going to start at my temples and go about halfway down my cheek. I'm going to alternate between like back and forth motions and circular motions. Make sure you blend because you don't want any harsh lines with this. This should kind of just look like skin. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, starting at my temples, going about halfway, and working in circular motions. You don't want to take this all the way to your mouth because you'll have a very, very intense look and it doesn't look natural at all. So circular motions and back and forth. You want to try to work this product up instead of dragging it down because it'll make your face look sunk down and you want it to lift and give your face a nice natural lift. If you happen to mess up, I'll show you a trick later on how to fix that. I'm going to bring this up onto my forehead. because you want to balance your face. So if you contour your cheeks, you also want to contour your forehead so that your face looks even and balanced. I'm gonna bring a little bit onto my neck. That'll give you like a really sculpted, skinny face if you bring it down onto your neck and like right on your jawline. Next, I'm going to go in with concealer. I'm going to use 2 different concealers. I'm going to use the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer first. I'm gonna apply a pretty generous amount under my eyes. I like this concealer because it's like a really whipped texture, so it's really moisturizing and won't settle into fine lines. I'm gonna go over top of this foundation with the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm gonna use that in the shade Light. I'm only gonna put this right on my inner corners. This concealer is very full coverage, so I'm gonna use it to conceal my bags under my eyes. I'm also gonna take this concealer up onto my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and there you have it. I'm going to take my foundation brush I used earlier and just stamp that in. Again, I'm going to press this into the skin as opposed to wiping it away because we don't want to take away the product. Again, stamp, stamp, stamp. Next, I'm going to blend out the under eyes. I'm going to go in with a small foundation brush because I like to use a smaller, more precise brush so I can get up into those small corners of the eyes and really blend it out. I'm going to use the Morphe E8 brush. First, I'm going to wipe back and forth to distribute the product evenly. And then I'm going to use tapping motions to, again, press that product into the skin. You want to make sure you are working in a triangle. This is going to add a lot of lightness to your under eyes and make you look very awake. Same thing on the other side. I'm going to wipe back and forth and then tap, 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 tap. Making sure that you're pressing that product into the skin. After I've gone in with the foundation brush, I'm then going to tap over that with a beauty blender or any beauty sponge that you have. This is going to take away any excess product that might make your under eyes crease. I'm going to go over that all with my foundation brush. I find that this really blends everything together and makes it look very seamless. Next, I'm going to bake my under eyes. I'm going to take a wet beauty blender or beauty sponge and I'm going to dip that into powder. I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder to do this. So I'm just going to pick some up, tap it under the eyes. It's okay if your under eyes look very white. We're going to wipe away that excess powder later. Same thing on the other side. Pick it up with my damp sponge and tap it under your eyes. This will make sure that your concealer lasts for a really long time. And it's going to make it look really smooth. I'm also going to take powder on my beauty blender and apply it to my chin, around my mouth, and onto my forehead. I'm going to now take my Morphe E41 brush, use that same RCMA powder, and just set the rest of my face. You don't have to set your entire face. I am fairly oily, so I find that this prevents my face from getting too oily throughout the day. All right, I'm gonna still let that under eye powder just kind of hang out while I finish the rest of my face. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use my powder contour products. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe 437. I really like this brush for contour. It makes it really easy. And I'm going to use my Hoola bronzer to contour my cheeks. I'm gonna take this product and I'm only going to apply it right by the temples. I'm not gonna drag it all the way down like I did my cream bronzer. I just wanna use this to define the cheeks just a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Again, keeping this product kind of more towards the temples of your cheeks rather than dragging it all the way down. So since we have contoured our cheeks, we are going to bring it up onto our forehead. Again, this ensures that your face is balanced. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and apply blush. I'm going to be using the Morphe 9B palette. I'm going to be picking up this shade right here. It's a nice mauve shade. I use it all the time. I'm going to be applying this with the Morphe M530. Make sure you dust off your excess because you don't want to apply too much product. Give yourself a smile and apply that to the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to apply the most generous amount to the apples of my cheeks and then drag it back. I really like using a smaller brush for blush because I find that you get a more precise application. It ends up being easier. Again, so I'm going to swirl that around, bring it back. I'm going to take that same E41 powder brush and kind of just blend this all out. Next, I'm going to take a Morphe M438 and just dust away that under eye powder. We have baked long enough. To clean up our contour, I'm going to go in with our Beauty Blender and then RCMA powder again. I'm going to pick it up just like we did for the under eyes, and I'm just going to carve out where I want my contour to be. This will clean up any mistakes that you may have made. I'm gonna let that hang out just for a minute. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight the face. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Glow Kit Sun Dipped palette. I'm going to take a Morphe M510 to apply. I'm going to dip into the shade Moonstone and Summer. I'm going to apply this to the high points of my cheeks. I'm also going to take this above my eyebrow and bring it down to connect those two lines. I'm also going to put it on the tip of my nose, across the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. Next, I'm going to dust away that powder. It just cleans up any mistakes you might have made when you were contouring. Okay, now I'm going to set everything with setting spray. I'm going to be using the NYX setting spray. Make sure to let it dry for a second because you don't want any of that foundation to settle into your fine lines. Setting spray binds your foundation with any powder, so it makes your skin look more skin-like and much more natural. All right, you guys, there you have it. That is my full coverage foundation routine. I went ahead and added a lipstick and filled in my brows because I really wanted the video to just focus on the skin. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.